I mean, I know they all want to be us. Hold on, did y'all ever catch this video, this old video of Donald Trump saying that he wants to be black? This video is almost impossible to find. In fact, they deleted it off of YouTube. Y'all think I'm playing? Look, they really deleted it off of YouTube. I did always find it funny that Donald Trump's wife's name was Millennia, like melanin, and now he's saying that he wants to be black, y'all. Look at this, listen to this.
I've said on occasion, even about myself, if I was starting off today, I would love to be a well-educated black, because I really believe they do have an actual advantage today.
I love the black community, and I've done more for the black community than any other president. And I say, with the possible exception of Abraham Lincoln.
Y'all, he didn't even say Obama's name. Y'all think he's throwing shots at Obama? Oh my God, I told y'all he didn't do nothing.
Bled on the battlefields of the American Revolution, and they really did. When you read the history, what they gave up. They gave everything to smash the chains of slavery and preserve our nation, and they did it with incredible bravery. They helped win the Wild West, tame the skies, and save freedom in the Second World War. They're warriors. From the very beginning, black Americans have been a vital part of the American story, helping to make this the greatest nation in the history of the world.
So what we gonna do about it? Sit back and watch, y'all. This is the fall of Babylon. I've been telling y'all the shift is here, and Donald Trump wants to be black, y'all. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, comment, and share for more videos like this. Let's get it.
Why white people chose their black therapists. Part 16. This is a series where I ask white people why they chose their black therapists, and here are some of their responses. My best answer is because I have never been hurt by a black man. I have been in several awful situations alone with a white man. White men have been given a free pass to hurt women in my state. Poor woman probably lives in Texas or Montana, probably Idaho. Florida? One of those states, I'm sure. Next, we have a story from Carajo. She shares, white woman here. I absolutely feel safer alone with black man than a white man. I read that completely wrong. Hold on. I got her sounding all illiterate. White woman here. I absolutely feel safer alone with a black man than a white man. Got in my Uber last week, a little intoxicated, and blurted out, "Oh, thank God you're black." He just laughed, but deep down, I was serious. And then Jamel Jr. chimes in, 100% this. White men as a whole are dangerous. I cannot remember the last time I felt unsafe around a black man that I didn't know, if that makes sense.
What's up? Welcome and welcome back to Channel React. So they say it doesn't exist. They say it's all in your head. But what if behind the noise, behind the denial, there is something deeper? Today we are diving into something uncomfortable, something people don't want to say out loud. Why are some people enraged yet secretly fascinated? Why does criticism sometimes hide admiration? This is the hidden craving no one talks about.
Like so bad. It's kind of like funny, bro. Like all the girls trying to recite like young boy verses and put on lashes and be like, man, y'all boy ain't even like, or like the white boys who be like, man, y'all boy tripping, and me trying to like overdo the black scent and get fades and listen to like Vaughn. Why are y'all always like, why is it always either Vaughn or young boy or both? Like, bro, get your own shit. It's not cool. You look stupid. Even like a lot of the like Hispanic people in the community wanting to say nigga, Asians taking from black American music and turning that into K-pop and wanting to have locks and streetwear. It's like, who doesn't want to be a black American? Well, I mean, until it's actually time to like, you know, protect the culture and stuff like that. Then nobody wants to be black besides black people.
Began life in Germany as a light-skinned blonde girl, making headlines around the world when she had injections to change the color of her skin.
Over the past 2 years, Martina Big has radically altered her appearance in order to become a black woman. And this morning has followed every step of her controversial story.
When I was younger, I admired the curves of Pamela Anderson. My next step is going to pump up my lips also. My eye color has changed, my eyebrow color has changed, and I can feel in myself that I'm changing to a black woman. I like the curves of black women, and I want to get them step by step.
Well, Martina is here now alongside her new husband, Michael. And good morning to both of you. Thank you.
It's gonna sound so ridiculous and so white girl-ish.
Let me hear it.
But I would say I've been like this basically since I knew I was attracted to men.
Yeah.
That I kind of was attracted to a darker skin color.
Say that again. What kind of skin color was you attracted to? Black man, we win again. We are the creed. We are the superheroes of the earth.
I used to play soccer, right?
Okay.
And there is not a lot of black men in Denmark.
Right.
We have a little bit, but it's not like here.
It ain't American black.
No.
It ain't the same.
At all. So, like, looking back, I'm like, where did I get this, like, itch from?
Damn, it's an itch. Ooh, can I scratch it? No, sorry.
It is. No, and then I realized, like, my whole life I've been so into music, you know, and like MTV music videos and MTV Cribs, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So, like, I think, like, underlining in my brain have, like, constantly, like, put that in there.
Yes.
When I then came to America, I was completely, like, baffled. I was like, oh my God, it's really like that.
Look closely at this. On the surface, it sounds like anger. It feels like rejection. But when you really listen, there is imitation, there is influence, there is attention that never seems to go away. From music to fashion to culture, black creativity keeps shaping the world. Yet at the same time, the same voices benefiting from it are the ones criticizing it the loudest. So, what is this real? Is it hate, or is it something more complicated? Because you don't constantly watch, copy, and react to something you truly ignore. There is a pattern here, one that shows up again and again across social media, interviews, the real life stories, and once you see it, you can't unsee it.
European Americans like to be in black spaces for two reasons. One, I actually learned from a European American myself. Shout out to Mike. One, we have never really assimilated to white America. We have always pushed away from white America. We have been comfortable in our skin amongst our people, doing our own thing, and that has always bothered them because they have always had a God complex. We are the superior race, so why don't these black people want to be more like us? If there wasn't such an issue with civil rights and equality, most black people would not conversate with European Americans. We are hostages in our own country. European American culture has always been miserable. This is why even though they can be at the top of the food chain, they are still miserable. And this is why they admire our culture so much and imitate everything that we do, even though we're somehow 15% of the population. European Americans also enjoy black spaces because they never have to conform to blackness. They don't have to prove how black they are and what black things they like to do. They can simply be themselves and we will accept them as they are. That doesn't happen the opposite way around. Number two, European Americans don't even feel comfortable in their own spaces amongst European Americans because they see the same behavior. Untrustworthy, very undermining, very sneaky, very backstabbing. And this is what I learned from somebody I know. He said, I don't even trust them myself, and I'm a white man. That had me cock my head like, oof, well, at least I'm not crazy.
Are you an African-American woman?
I identify as black.
You identify as black. Let me put a picture up of you in your early 20s, though. And when you see this picture, is this an African-American woman, or is that a Caucasian woman?
That's not in my early 20s, but...
That's a little younger, I guess? Yeah.
I think I was 16 in that picture.
Is she a Caucasian woman or an African-American woman?
I would say that visibly she would be identified as white by people who see her.
But at the time, were you identifying yourself as African-American?
In that picture, during that time, no.
Your parents were asked this question this week, and they didn't have any trouble answering it. Here's what they said. She's clearly our birth daughter, and we're clearly Caucasian. That's just a fact. Your father went on to say she's a very talented woman doing work she believes in. Why can't she do that as a Caucasian woman, which is what she is? How do you answer that question?
Well, first of all, I really don't see why they're in such a rush to whitewash some of the work that I have done and who I am and how I've identified. And this goes back to a very early age with my self-identification with the Black experience as a very young child.
When did it start?
I would say about 5 years old.
You began identifying yourself as African American?
I was drawing self-portraits with the brown crayon instead of the peach crayon, and the black, black curly hair, and yeah, that was how I was portraying myself.
So it started way back then, Rachel. When did you start? And I'll use the word. You can correct me if you don't like it. When did you start deceiving people?
Okay, I'm back. I'm better when I answer this. Respectful question: why is it so hard for white women to form a sisterhood community? Buckle up. So there's a short answer to this and a long answer to this and a lot of nuance, but I'm going to give you my take. And here it is. White women have a really hard time forming a sisterhood community because we don't trust each other. And we don't trust each other because we treat each other the way that we treat Black women when Black women are not around. And I'm going to explain that. So here's the thing about whiteness. Whiteness, like, this is how I conceptualize it. Whiteness is a fractal, right? So a fractal is a shape that is the same at large scale as it is at small scale. Tree, branch, twig. That's a fractal. Whiteness works the same way. Whiteness structures itself the same way in the nation that it does in the community, that it does in the family. And that happens because whiteness, to me anyway, is a set of values, not necessarily a set of beliefs. And I'm talking about whiteness as like distinct from white supremacy. This is just like, this is the value system that kind of our country is based on, kind of a lot of us were raised with. And it's not predicated on belief. You can change your beliefs and still be in the value system of whiteness. So this is just how I conceptualize it to myself. So the thing that whiteness, one of the things that whiteness values a lot is hierarchy. And it's a very specific kind of toxic hierarchy where all of the good stuff goes up and all of the bad stuff goes down. So the higher you are in the hierarchy, the more benefit of the doubt you get, the more accommodations you receive, the more people are willing to like humor you, the more power you get, whether it's political, social, monetary power. Just the more protection and status you have. The lower you are in the hierarchy, the more you get shit on. The lower you are on the hierarchy, the less respect you're entitled to, the less care, the less concern. And the people lower down on the hierarchy are also the receptors of a lot of redirected negative emotions from the people higher on the hierarchy. And for example, people who are born in the white women box are heavily socialized to redirect their anger away from the people above them and down to the people below them, right? That's why you'll see a white woman who got cheated on her husband go into a store and make a cashier cry, right? Who got cheated on her husband? Blech. Or like a white woman who like got yelled at by her boss, goes home and shits all over her kids, right? Because white women are heavily socialized to redirect that anger downward. And the thing is, that hierarchy exists no matter who's there. So as soon as a black woman comes in, she's automatically at the bottom of the hierarchy and she gets all the shit. But if there are no black women or whatever, or like other people who are lower on the hierarchy, then white women will do it to each other. Every white woman I know has a story of being abandoned, abused, exploited, like by a white woman she considers a friend. And so we don't trust each other. And because I think we think of white supremacy as a set of beliefs and not think about the values aspect of whiteness, it's really hard for us to deconstruct why we treat each other that way. And I think it's really hard for us to actually build a true sisterhood community that's not just based on like support all women except for the ones I don't like. And the thing about it is, one last thing, I don't want to ramble too much, but the one last thing about it is that hierarchy exists, that value system exists everywhere. You can see it in small Southern white women church community. And you can also see it in white women-coded, well, I mean, white men do it too, but you can also see that hierarchy in white leftist spaces, progressive blue leftist spaces. It's pervasive and it's harmful. And I think it's something that we really need to talk about deconstructing in terms of how we interact with each other. So that's my take. Let me know what you think.
So now the question is, what do you see? Is it just criticism, or is there something hidden underneath it? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments, because this conversation is bigger than one video. If you are new here, this is Cherry React, where we don't just watch, we question everything. Like, subscribe, and share this video. Thank you so much. Stay tuned, because the next video we are going even deeper. Bye.